Rachel. This is Emily. We are trying out our first Substack Live. So if it goes terribly, you didn't see this. And if it goes great, tell all your friends. Emily, introduce yourself.
Okay. All right. I'm Emily. Me and Rachel have known each other since, I don't know, what year was that? 2023?
Ooh, that seems right, yeah.
Yeah, that feels right. I have a Substack too. It's called Emily Updates or Emily's French Dispatch, but I'm no longer in France, so just Emily Updates now. What else? I was alive in 2016. That's huge.
I was 16 in 2016 and you were
We were both, yeah. I was 15. I turned 16 at the end of 2016. But this is like a very formative year.
Yeah.
And so that's why I feel like we're qualified to talk about it.
Yeah. We lived like the height of it, kind
We
of.
were both extremely online and
Yeah.
still are.
Oh yeah. No, I agree. And that's what we're here to talk about today. The 2026 is the new 2016 that's going around the internet, all over Instagram, all over TikTok. Although I haven't seen it on TikTok much because I don't go on TikTok much anymore. But definitely on Instagram, I'm seeing, brands, celebrities, all this kind of different stuff hopping on that trend. And I think the weirdest part about that is that the feed feels like it's 2016 again. Like, you feel like you're scrolling in 2016 again because everybody's recycling their photos, and that was just, like, a weird
It is kind of
couple.
weird. Yeah, no, I've seen like all kinds of like I've seen like small like boutiques
Mhm.
and like big brands and also like people I know. It is kind of a weird like blast from the past, especially because like the camera quality back then was like so grainy and I like it. To be honest, I like it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's so because it was a certain kinda, like, sepia-y filter that we enjoyed using.
I know, but that's the thing. It's like this is the main, I think, point of the video is like, why are people so interested in
Yeah.
2016? And I feel like it's because we were just like living like the internet felt a little bit more authentic. Like it was still very scripted. We
Mhm.
were talking in prep about how like we just posted more often. Like people were posting far more frequently and they were posting like we had Finstas back then.
So many Finstas. This is what I was gonna tell you. I had I had 2 levels of Finstas on Instagram, okay? A private Finsta and then a private private Finsta. On Twitter, I had a public Twitter, and then I had a private Twitter.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
I had a public Twitter and a private Twitter.
well, I had a 3rd private Twitter. I don't
Okay,
know
did you
what I
who
don't know
was
what
on
I was doing.
your, like, most private social media like, why did you need
Like 5
3?
people. I don't know. I
At
had
some point, just, like, text people, like, have a text chain.
a text group. iMessage wasn't as good then, I feel like
I should have looked in prep about what iMessage was like because I was too busy
yeah,
looking at what, like, Instagram and Snapchat were like, because Snapchat was so big in
so
2016.
distinct. And that's where the group chats would have been happening.
That's true, a
Yeah.
lot of group chats were happening in Snapchat. They still
Um,
are, like, some I know teenagers, like, when I was an
yeah.
English teaching assistant, I was working with high schoolers, and they had Snap groups, and I was like, "Whoa."
It's like, that's a is it just 'cause of the anonymity of, like, my parents aren't gonna see this 'cause
I
messages disappear?
I
'Cause
kind of
that's how
feel
it
like
was for us.
messages disappearing is actually kind of, like, logistically a nightmare, especially if
Yeah.
you're, like, in group projects, but I do remember all the way up until, I think, 2019, I was in Snap groups, with
Mhm.
other people in
Yeah,
group projects and stuff.
going into college, like
It was kind of a thing, and then I think at some point, I just quit Snapchat.
yeah.
This is a bit of a this is a tangent, but yeah, I think Snapchat is still alive and well, it's just, like, not
Mhm.
alive and well with our generation.
Yeah. Where did we move? Instagram, iMessage, like, where do you reach
I,
out
to be
to?
honest, think that most people are doing the iMessage groups because 'cause
Yeah.
they're pretty good now, they're pretty good.
You
You
can react. Yeah,
can send stickers.
yeah. You can unsend messages now.
Yeah,
Definitely haven't done
that's
that.
wonderful, except that it tells people that you've unsent it, so
But they can't see it unless they don't have an updated iOS.
Okay, well, only someone who sends truly terrible things would know that information. So I didn't know that.
No, 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 not terrible things at all, just probably embarrassing.
So we have categories that we were planning to talk about, some like main things that we've noticed that like were big in 2016. Like let's just sort of like do like a, like a blast from the past. We're starting with makeup.
Yes, and we're starting with makeup because Emily posted this fun photo of her in 2016 with the most perfect, like, 2016 eyebrows
It was
I have
no,
ever
it
seen.
was like so it was literally the epitome of the 2016 brow in that it was like faded,
Yeah.
like there was like a gradient.
What was your caption on that? You were like, "Why did nobody tell me to put down the pencil?" or
Yeah,
something?
it was literally why did no one tell me to like not one of you said like Emily that's too much. But that just goes to show you that either I had really shitty friends or it was like very of the time. And to be honest, I got compliments on my brows all the time.
Yeah.
16. Like I used like Anastasia
Mhm.
Beverly Hills
Yeah.
brow pomade, which like for a 15-year-old was like way out of my price point. It was like $50 at the time. It's probably like $100 now.
Stop.
I need what I should fact check myself on that. It's expensive now, but
Yeah.
yeah, God. And like people were saying like, "Oh, your brows are on fleek." Like in on
On fleek.
and
That yeah, that was
say
the on fleek. Yeah,
I
and, like, the crusty, long, like, naked eyeshadow palettes.
I hated those, bro.
I liked it at the time. I definitely found it fun at the time, but now I think I still have, like, 1 or 2 in my bathroom cabinet, and I'm like, "I need to just
You gotta
let it
throw those
go.
away. You gotta let those go,
Let it."
dog. That's the no, I had 2 palettes that were my main palettes. I had, like, an Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette because I think that that palette had just come
Ooh.
out. Uh,
Ooh, was that the pink tones? What
it was
tones?
yeah, it had, like, the pink cover, and it was, like, pink and, like, gold and, like, sort of brown colors. It was I loved it. I thought it was a really great palette.
Mm,
And then I also had the Naked 3 palette, which was
that's a
also, like,
brown.
pink and gold.
Oh,
Or maybe that was the
that's a
2.
brown one. That's why I'm, like, projecting right now.
See, but that would have worked with your skin color. I the pink was not really my it wasn't really my color. And also,
Mm,
like, the powders were not good quality. Like, Anastasia
yeah.
Beverly Hills, I really loved because they had really good quality powders, and I've kind of heard that they've changed their formula since then.
Mm,
Not confirmed, but I could believe it.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. And, speaking of Anastasia, that was the highlighter I had, like, in the little it was in like a like a gray with, like, shiny silver palette,
Are you
and I
sure?
was
It was a
and I
oh, it was a palette.
yes, yes, yes,
No,
yes.
I had the highlighter palette too.
You know what I'm talking about, yeah, because that was, like, the one, and I was at Sephora this is probably a while ago now, like 6 months or something, and I was like I was just in the mood for a highlighter. I was like, "I haven't used highlighter in a while, let me find a highlighter." Picked up, like, a white with, like, gold rimming highlighter. Open it, think it's gorgeous, buy it without, like, testing it. I know, I'm one of those crazy people. It's the exact same highlighter. It was the exact same highlighter that they
Really?
and I just, like I had no idea. Oh gosh, I do not remember. I'm
I
not
remember because I remember Anastasia Beverly Hills being expensive, and I, like, don't buy anything from them anymore. Um,
they've got good they still have good eyebrow products. I still use their
yeah,
eyebrow
no, I have a friend that religiously uses their pencil. I think,
mm,
yeah, they have good formulas.
yeah.
I will say though, the highlighter, like the chokehold highlighter
Mm,
had, like people were putting it on like their noses, their
yeah.
eyes, their like little like Cupid's bow and their
I
chin.
still do that. Don't come at me. I
Like,
still do
right under the eyebrow. No, I love this. I love this. I think that this was, like, the epitome of, like, the maximalism of,
yeah.
like, 2016 makeup.
Or when it had those blue, like, blue tones or
Oh,
pink
yeah.
tones where you could very clearly,
Purple.
yeah, see the sparkles.
That was fun. I really do feel like makeup was really fun in 2016, and then, like, I think we've become really minimalist now where it's, like, the no makeup look.
which I like. I do like
I
that.
mean, you're giving clean girl right at this very minute.
I was gonna say I'm really into ballet core right now, which I know happened, like, a year ago.
No, but I think, like, that's kinda it's weird because, like, that's like, I feel like we've become more consumerist as a society, but
Is it
we're,
the
like,
recession pop type thing, do you think? Like,
maybe, like,
recession core.
I feel like now people are, like, right. I think the ethos now is, like, prioritize quality over quantity of
Mm,
products. I feel like people had a lot of products in
yeah.
2016, just to, like, have and, like, play around with.
Mhm.
I do kind of miss it in a way because it was fun, like, it was like an artistic
Yeah.
outlet.
And everybody was super like, I feel like makeup YouTube was really big and YouTubers. This was, like, the peak of
This
YouTubers,
was huge, yeah.
'cause that was when people, I think, were starting to realize, like, you can get famous from the internet, which, like,
That was yeah.
it that was the moment. Um
Well, to
okay, sorry.
what?
No, no, go.
Well, I was gonna say, to be honest, I didn't really get into makeup YouTube
Yeah, me
like
neither.
YouTubers, but I knew it was, like, going on and, like, that was part of what I think drove people to wear more makeup, and I think that was really cool to see.
Again, the start of influencers, because 'cause I'm sure
That's
at
true.
the time, nobody had called it influencing, you'd call it, like, vloggers or internet
Yeah,
stars.
vlogging was big.
Yeah,
People didn't say influencer per se, but I do remember there being, like, certain people that were,
sentiment.
like, popular for, like, their, like, the aesthetic type posts.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Speaking of, like, fashion, what were you wearing in 2016? Tell me. Paint me a picture.
Okay, so it's 2016. It's 7 a.m. in the morning. I'm
Okay.
getting ready for school. First thing I put on, American Eagle blue jeans, skinny jeans, dark wash.
Please.
I cuffed them at the ankle because I was 5'1" back then. I'm 5'2" now.
Wow,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you. I'm wearing white Converse, crisp, like, veneer white Converse, like, hurt your eyes white. I put on an American Eagle top. It's like a flowy top with, like, big floral print, dark red, blue flowers, and then I have a matching blue choker,
Mm.
matching leather blue choker. I put that on, and then, of course, I beat my face to hell. I beat my face to the gods, um, and then I get on the bus. I've eaten no breakfast at this,
Oh.
but I am eating that look. What were you wearing?
What was I wearing? Oh, that's such a good question. My hair was long at the time, and
I'm so proud of
I
you.
oh, thank you. I miss it. I was I was into the, like I don't know how to say it other than, like, alien core. Like, kind of like emo Tumblr, like, black and white stripes, a lot of denim, overalls, I'm still into overalls, I think I dress up.
Overalls are back in a big way.
Yeah, I think overalls will always be in. Um,
Farmer core.
yeah, and then, like, mini skirts, like the jean skirt type thing.
Oh, girl, we were not allowed to wear
Black
those in our school.
tights. Oh, you did you go to public school or
I
no?
went to public school.
Okay.
It was, like, really strict. We couldn't wear, like,
Oh.
skirts of a certain length. We couldn't wear, like,
Hmm.
leggings or, like, ripped jeans for a while.
We
Yeah, it
weren't
was
allowed to
crazy.
wear tank tops, like, they had
No,
to be, like,
think we
really
had more than the three-finger rule. I think it was, like, you just couldn't wear them.
Well, in Arizona too, we were like, "Guys, we have to be allowed to wear
You
tank
would
tops."
literally die in
So
Arizona
hot.
if you couldn't wear, like, shorts and a tank top.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember what else was I wearing? I really wanted to be into chokers, but I feel like it didn't look good on my neck, and so I
Mm.
didn't. Oh, I was looking at pictures, okay? My homecoming dress was maroon off the shoulder, and then, like, is it mermaid style where it, like, starts low and goes or starts high and goes low
Are
too?
you talking about oh, like, the high-low style?
Yes,
Oh my
high-low.
god.
It actually
Oh, that
went
was
to I'm
cute.
not gonna lie.
Those
Uh,
skirts were fun.
yeah. And I borrowed my friend's black choker, and that was probably the only time I actually wore a choker.
I felt like chokers were cute. I like them. I've always had, like, kind of a really long neck. Um, I think it's funny though, because I feel like we were like really drawing attention to like our neck and clavicle, almost kind
Mm,
of like the skinny core was like still
interesting.
resonating because I feel like I was in the South at this point. Like I moved from Washington State to Georgia, and at least for Southern girls, it was very popular to have like a V-neck shirt that had like some sort of crisscrossing. Like,
Yes.
remember that?
Yes, and it was in, like, a nasty color, like teal or purple or something.
Well, it would be like and they would do that, and they would also have, like in addition to the crisscrosses, they would have the choker. So it was like the attention was all, like, on the clavicle.
Mm.
And I will say this, I have this theory that, like, the big
Mm,
pants, small shirt of today
yeah.
originates from the big shirt, small pants of yesteryear.
Interesting.
We
But
were
we
like,
didn't wear big pants at the time, we wore
"Oh,
high-waisted.
we wear big pants now."
Oh,
Big
yes, okay,
pants
you're
now.
saying it evolved.
I'm saying that evolved, like, we did the flip-flop. It was
Yeah.
like, you know
Oh, yeah.
it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like how, like, the Earth's magnetic pole has, like, changed
Yeah.
from, like, north to south. It was basically like people were wearing really big shirts and
Mm,
really tight pants, like, tight
right.
pants through the thing. I don't remember hating it, but, now if I had to wear tight pants, I don't think I would make it.
No. No, 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 and the low rise is coming back with the kids, and I'm like,
That
my son
no, I
I just
refuse to do
can't.
that.
Yeah, yeah. We kinda missed that in because we were like, that was like 2000s, 2010s when the low rise, like I don't know if that was millennial or not.
Well,
I
it was
think it
like
was
you
kinda
remember Britney Spears. Her thing was like
yeah,
it was like 2007. She was wearing like it was like just above like the start of where like like just above like where the start of her underwear would be. Like so
yeah.
and that was the thing. That was like the like sexy girl, like hot girl chic.
Yes.
It
Also
did
recession core, right? With the 2008, 2009, like,
yeah.
kind of
I assume it's like less material, costs less, but I don't know, not in reality, things be,
yeah.
like, expensive.
Speaking of Britney Spears and music,
Great
I
segue, great segue.
thank you, thank you, thank you. I saw an Instagram post from Spotify that said there's been a 790% increase in 2016 themed playlists since the new year because of this 2016
I
trend.
listened to one, yeah. I mean, I
Well,
listened to 2. I was really evaluating, like
yeah, yeah. So, let's talk about the music we were listening to at the
okay.
time. And, when I was looking, like, the main, the pop stars at the time, Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, Beyoncé,
Yeah,
Ariana Grande, Drake, Rihanna, that
obviously,
kind of
yeah.
thing. But then you had these kind of, like, sub-genres within that of, like, pop, but indie, like, I think Halsey, right? Because like,
Yeah.
Halsey was Tumblr, and then Halsey went pop at some point.
Mm.
So I thought that's interesting.
Well, there was also okay, I felt like pop was really big in the sense that, like, it had infected a lot of other genres, like, the 1975 was kind of like alt pop,
Yeah.
like and I would consider Halsey a little bit alt pop
Yeah.
too. And then, like, there was mumble rap or, like, pop rap, which was, like in my opinion, it was, like, the production, like, all the production effects of pop music,
Mm.
uh, put into rap songs, and that's when I think of, like, Fetty Wap.
Yeah,
Um,
was that the trend? Was that the year Black Beatles, or
I
was
think the Mannequin Challenge was 2017,
okay.
maybe, or maybe it was
No,
2016.
oh, no, I have on my notes it was 2016.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, Black Beatles, that was that a Ray Shremmer
That was
song?
Fetty Wap, I thought.
It
No?
was what? It was
I
Fetty
thought
Wap? It was a okay. It may have been a Fetty Wap song. The point is, that is a good example
yeah.
of a song that was, like, pop production, and it was, like
Mhm.
but it was technically rap, but it wasn't, like,
Yeah.
it was like hip
Well,
hop, kind of.
and you're finding these mass media moments from songs now, which, and I'm sure you could say the same in the 2000s and stuff, but now you have trends, like, oh, like Vine, like Vine trends now, you're starting to get I don't know, it just
I think
transcends.
it's interesting because and we'll talk more about social media later, but, like, the Instagram story came out in 2016, and, like, I don't remember anyone using it, and I also I don't think you at that point you could like put a song on your Instagram story.
Mm-mm.
Um,
There were
but
barely any tags, if I remember correctly. It was just
yeah, it was pretty basic. It was very basic.
maybe date, time, 'cause
Maybe
Snapchat had
or
those.
like location,
Yeah.
but that was it. I do think once we started sharing music, like little bites of music, that definitely changed the way that music is produced.
Mhm. Yeah, well, because now people on TikTok is the way a lot of small artists are now
Mhm.
becoming big. Like,
Yeah.
you're not I mean, I'm sure you'll see the reverse of it, but it's very much like you are creating for the social media platforms to then be discovered by an audience, to then have that audience back you when you get your big platform or whatever.
I think it's kind of like Substack for writers. This is a tangent.
Yeah, no, 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 please.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think people were not necessarily making music for virality back in 2016 because there weren't that many opportunities, but you
They were
did sort of
starting
like
to realize you could.
yeah, like you said with the YouTubers, people were starting to realize that like you could actually like become
Mhm.
someone, like sort of monetize social media. I remember that people were selling things on social media. Like I kind of remember. Do you remember Sugar Bear Hair?
No.
You
What is
don't? Okay.
this?
I need to check this, and I should check this on in prep. Um, okay, Sugar Bear Hair was like a supplement. It was like a gummy vitamin, that had been started by, I think, an influencer. I don't fully remember, but it
Wow.
was basically like a bunch of other influencers were peddling this
Mm,
like, I remember the Kardashians posted about Sugar Bear Hair. Um, I think James Charles posted about Sugar Bear
yeah.
Hair. You would remember them. They're like the Tiffany blue, like, gummy bears. Like,
Oh,
you're with, they would be like,
interesting.
um and that started in 2015. So I feel like that was one of the first, like, Instagram marketable products.
Well, and makeup going back to makeup, I
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
the YouTubers started making their own palettes and stuff, like Jeffree Star, were talking
Yeah.
about him before we started the stream, and James Charles, I think, also had his
The Morphe palette, when did that come out?
Ooh, that's a good
'Cause
question.
I remember that was a huge deal. Let's see, James Charles Morphe collab drop date. Ugh. Um, oh, that was 2018.
Okay, so it was not quite there yet.
But we were getting there. I feel like you were seeing the groundwork being laid for people to, like, get,
Mhm.
deals, like, monetization from social
Yeah.
media. Okay, so that kind of we're kind of talking about social media already.
Yeah, 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 let's I was gonna
I guess we
well
should elaborate.
okay, the last thing I'll say about music is where were we listening to music? Because I remember in middle school, I got a CD, so that my
Mm,
first CD, I borrowed it from a friend, ripped it to my computer, and then would I put it on, like, iTunes or something probably? And
I re
yeah, where were we listening to music? Spot? Because
okay,
I obviously had
Spotify I
Spotify.
did not have.
Oh, 'cause I have my 2016 Spotify Wrapped,
You
and that's what I
do?
was listening to. Yeah,
I did
that's
not
what
have a Spotify in 2016.
oh,
I
interesting.
had Apple Music for the longest time, which is, like, deeply embarrassing. But more humbling than that, I used to have, like I would listen to, like, YouTube videos on the bus.
Oh, aw. Oh, yeah, and some of those, like, rare aesthetic songs that you could only find on YouTube.
Oh, like the Lana Del
Lana
Rey
Del
stuff?
Rey. Yes. Yes, Lana Del Rey's unreleased songs. Oh, I would listen to those on YouTube on repeat for
Yeah, some of
sure.
them you can't even find on Spotify now, like, you have to, like, go to, like, a podcast that's,
That
like
uploaded it secretly.
yeah,
Oh my god.
and before it gets taken down. Kind of fun. It's kinda I think it's kinda like a
Yeah.
treasure hunt.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, for social media okay, going back
Yeah,
to
yeah.
social media because that was our next point,
Yes.
I wanna talk about the filters. We need to talk more about the
Mm.
The way that people were taking photos too is very interesting. Yes, exactly, that exactly. Why were we doing that? I feel like it was like, you have a good side, right?
Yeah, it was definitely the good side. It was definitely,
No
like
forehead.
I think it was is aesthetic the word I'm going for, or is it like, I wanna look cute, but I'm not feeling confident about my entire face? And we're talking about, like, foreheads and how, like, nobody foreheads were
Nobody was
thing.
showing their forehead on social media.
Yes. Everybody was scared of the forehead for
I
some
feel like
reason.
no, even, like, if you look at, like, Kylie Jenner's old photos, I feel like even she was, like, doing, like, the kinda close up, like, the, like, Vogue close up, no forehead.
She had
The
bangs at one point, right? Didn't
Did
she
she?
have at some point, I think she had teal.
I saw that she had teal hair and that she got extensions
Yeah.
at some
Yes.
point, and that was when we kinda got, like, the King Kylie era,
Yeah.
on social media, and that was hugely influential, I think,
Yeah.
on the way that people dress too.
Mhm. And
I
Kylie lip
Oh my god, no. What's funny because you say that you had bought the Kylie lip kit?
I had one. I've only ever had one, and
Oh.
the colors, like, didn't quite work for me. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't buy it. I almost you know what's funny? I didn't know a lot about fast fashion back then,
Mm.
but I was on what is it? Not Depop, Poshmark. It's on
Mm.
Poshmark, and people were selling Kylie lip kits for really cheap, and I had no idea that you could, like, fake, like, makeup, like, make fake makeup and sell it. So I almost bought one of those.
But it was
I
fake.
I did not well, I'm almost positive that was fake because they were, like, brand new unopened Kylie lip kit, and it
I
was
think
like
that sounds real to me. Like, I feel like why would you be oh, interesting.
no, because people would make fakes and, like, ship them to the US and, like, be selling them for, like, the cheap. Um, it was yeah, it was suspicious. I didn't end up buying it, but that was, like they were making a lot of fakes, and there would be, like I don't remember there being, like, a huge, like, forgery of makeup in the past, maybe because it wasn't, like, such a cult item
Yeah.
back then, but
Hmm.
that was
Yeah.
yeah, I
And
almost
it
got out.
oh, well, and the Kardashians were huge. And they're still I think maybe it was I don't know, they're still culturally relevant. They still pop up in the media a lot, and
All the time.
Timothy Chalamet, Kylie Jenner, not hard launch because 'cause they've obviously been public for a
No.
while, but
Yeah.
he apparently at the Golden Globes, this was the first time he acknowledged her, or
Dude, I hate that. I could understand, like, having a boyfriend is embarrassing or whatever, but, like, having a girlfriend is not embarrassing.
having
Having a
Kylie
girlfriend is
Jenner as your girlfriend.
and the fact that she acknowledged him
Mm.
so long before he acknowledged her publicly is
Yeah.
disgusting to me. It's gross. It makes me shiver in my skin. I hate it.
No, but they were definitely kind of the blueprint for what to do on social media, and, like, Ariana Grande as well, her
Yeah,
whole
Dangerous I think did
entire
Dangerous Woman come out in
stuff.
2016 and she was having, like, the baddie era of, like, the really high
Yeah. Also
ponytail?
bangs, I think, also bangs covering the
Did
forehead.
she?
I think so, yeah, because it was the ombre, maybe that was an
Or was
earlier
it was
era,
was
but
2016 balayage? Did we
I think
was
that's
that
just
later?
I mean, I think it was still in vogue, like, it was definitely still a thing. Whether it was, like, started before or got popular after, I can't remember, but definitely and that goes into my, like, 2 sides of Tumblr kinda thing, because also, what's happening with this 2016, 2026 trend is what I wanted to happen for 2015, 2025. Like, 2014, 2015, I feel like was the height of, Arctic Monkeys, like,
Oh, yeah.
Blur
Oh,
aesthetic.
yeah.
My 23rd birthday or no, my 24th birthday, I did, like, a 2014 themed birthday party.
Dude, I
Um,
do remember 2014.
um, but anyways, I yeah, I liked like, how Tumblr again, like, transcended the internet, and now all of a sudden you had this, like what's it called? Like, unspoken dialogue between groups, it was the hipsters and the
Unspoken
fangirls,
dialogue in, like
and, like, it was happening online, but it wasn't quite happening in person. Like, nobody was, like, beefing IRL.
oh, you're talking about, like, the beef between, like, a certain type of hipster or just, like, hipsters and, like, non-hipsters?
Hipsters and fangirls. Do you remember this split happening of
So I was not on Tumblr,
Okay.
so you can educate me, feel free.
Well, there was this split, and I wanted to belong to both, I think, but I was more along the fangirl side of, like, I'm getting Doctor Who content, I'm getting Sherlock Holmes content. Look, I still stand
Okay, it's
by
right.
those shows. I still stand by those shows. So good.
They're good
Uh,
shows.
but they what was I gonna say? I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Um, but yeah, it was you had this divide happening online that I think, at least for me, like, you would be in a room, you're 15, 16 years old, and you're like, "Hmm, is this person on the hipster side, or is this person on the fangirl side?" And I think this is still more of, like, a 2015 thing, and then 2016, we get Lana Del Rey, we get Flower Crowns, Ariana Grande,
That was huge.
that kind
Yeah, no, I think I think it's funny in terms of, like, the way that, well, I'm like, did flower crowns come out first, like, on
mm.
Snapchat, or did they come out first, like, in real life, and then Snapchat made, like, a filter of flower crowns?
I would imagine it was IRL and then online.
Do you remember when people were, like, live tweeting? Like, when Twitter was, like, still, like, a fun.
Twitter Live, Twitter Moments. I miss Twitter Moments. Where
I loved Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
like I said, I had 2 Twitter accounts. I had
Yeah, yeah.
personal Twitter account, and then I had, like,
Yeah,
my fun, like, fan, like, Finsta, Twitter account.
which I think about the fact that that's still out there somewhere, and I'm like, I should probably either delete that or delete the
Oh,
post.
mine is locked down. I can't get into it. I assume no one can get into it.
Wow,
I
wow.
mean, it's not like I wasn't, like, tweeting about, like, crazy things. Like, it's just, like, it's literally just, like, me commenting on stuff, that, like, no one wants to hear about. The funny part is, like, I feel like people don't live tweet anymore, and I
No.
miss live tweeting because it felt like you were part of, like, a big
Yeah.
conversation, and I remember during the 2016 presidential debates, like, they were streaming them on Twitter, which is how I was watching them
Oh,
on, like, my
I
little,
think
like,
it is early.
5C, I think. I had the 5C for way too long.
I don't
Uh,
even remember what I had.
okay, the 5C was terrible. If you had the 5C, I'm sorry for you.
Like, Finn and
No, the 5C was, like, kinda thick and, like, really, really small.
huh.
I ended up shattering that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Most of those got shattered, I think.
but the presidential debate, the live stream, that was so funny. That was so funny, and I was like, ugh, we were all talking about the same thing in real time, and it felt like
Mhm.
even if you were, like, 16 sitting in your room, that you could, like, participate in, like,
Participate.
politics in a way.
Yeah, very, like, accessible. Ooh, there's a mosquito coming for me, sorry. Um, yeah, no, and, we had our memes. I was trying to think of, like, memes that were really popular in 2016, but I couldn't. I mean, the clowns, I
Oh my
guess.
god. Okay, the clowns were, like, particularly terrifying in Georgia because I feel like there were clown sightings, like, people would
Yeah,
there were also people that would, like, dress up like clowns.
that genuinely scared me at the time. Like, I was
There's no
genuinely
way that you're
scared.
afraid of clowns.
I'm not scared of clowns, but I was afraid that a person in a clown suit would come and, like, break into
And do what? Like,
I don't know.
put on a little show? Like, I
Did
don't
they actually
understand.
stab people? I think there was actually stuff that happened with the
You'd
clown.
have to pull up receipts of, like,
Yeah, I
I mean,
would.
I understand why the people were freaked out by the clowns, in a way. I don't fully understand it, uh, but no, God, the clowns.
Let
26
let's I was gonna say, let's go back to these layers of Finstas that we were talking about in terms of why did w how did is it because we didn't quite have as many, like, private story options
Oh,
as
yeah.
we do now?
Oh,
And
yeah.
we were talking about chronological versus algorithmic.
Oh, we have to, yeah, did we mention this?
I
That
don't think so. How Instagram switched from chronological order to algorithmic order in March of 2016,
that
and
was
that I think changed everything
It
'cause
did, because now you don't see anyone on your like, that you follow anymore. You're just
yeah,
seeing people that you previously interacted with. Like, I'm kind of stuck seeing the same, like, 10 people, and, like, I think 8 of them I don't like, but, like, I keep looking at their posts probably out of hate. I think I hate I'm hate watching several people.
and the algorithm knows that. The algorithm knows.
It's true, and I think this is the beginning of the algorithm takeover, to be
Yeah.
honest. I think 2016 was the start of, like, the algorithm ruining social media
Mhm.
and, like, making it, I think, generally less social. And we were talking about this too because, like, people used to post so much more
Yeah,
frequently, and part of that was probably that, like, they knew that, people were gonna see their post eventually.
yeah. There was
And
that it was also less brand oriented,
yeah,
obviously,
it was
like,
it was it was a lot less.
you're actually seeing content from people within your circle instead of
Sponsored content, I don't remember when sponsored content became a thing.
that's a good question, yeah, me
We
neither.
should have looked that up. We should have looked it up.
We
Uh,
should just memorize all of 2016 lore for
no,
this.
but here yeah, it's just it did I wanna say that it felt more authentic in the sense that, like, it was chronological because
Mhm.
I there are so many people that I will look at their feed and I'll be like, "Oh, you posted, like, 8 times, and I never saw any of these." Like, people I know and, like, interact with, like, I'm like, "I never saw any of this stuff." Like, "Oh, you had a baby?" Like, "What?"
Well, and now you get your feed segmented, right? Where, like, on TikTok, you can watch your feed for only people you're following or your algorithm or
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. And
Yeah,
Twitter too, you had Twitter lists, which, um,
I
Twitter
didn't
lists
remember that.
would well, when I was even kind of was I working? I might have no, I think lists maybe became bigger further down the road, but all this to say there are ways to segment your audience that I think weren't quite in effect yet in 2016, and so you had to go create, your Finsta. I think kids call them spam accounts nowadays. Um,
I mean, we were calling them back then.
but
I think
yeah,
it was Instagram accounts back then.
spam we were calling them Finstas, fake Instas. Maybe it's like a West Coast
It's
versus
you it no, it's interchangeable. I swear to
okay,
God, it's
okay,
interchangeable.
fine, fine, fine. But yeah, you have these levels of Instas and, like, who is in your inner circle, and
Yeah.
people in your inner circle weren't even necessarily people in real life who were in your inner circle. I don't know if you had that.
Okay, well, we have to talk about the segmentation of, like, your friends because
Yes.
the Instagram story, like we said, came out in 2016. When did it come out? I think I wrote this down.
March, I think is what
No, that's when the
okay.
algorithm took
Yes, algorithm.
Okay, so I think Instagram stories, they started in 2016. I think it was late 2016, but you
Mhm.
couldn't do, like, just for certain people, and you couldn't do that on Snapchat either.
Yeah.
So, it was like the Finsta was a way to, like, separate your audience even further where it's like you might have, like, your aunt and uncle or, like, your grandparents that follow you on Instagram, and your Finsta was, like, you being, like, who you truly were.
Mm.
It's like a menace for, like, what I would consider, like, 90 people that, like, plausibly might understand your neurosis, like, it wasn't like your close friends, like, that's true, it wasn't like your, like, best friends, yeah,
Well,
that is
we were talking about this where you're granting access to maybe, like, a person you have a crush on
no, that's
or
what it was,
or,
that's
like,
what it was.
popular kid where you're like, "Okay, so now we're mutuals or whatever. Now
It did
you know
feel
who
like
I am."
it was like developing a relationship with other people without actually developing that relationship, which I
The
thought was really
start of
interesting.
parasocial relationships? Question mark?
Maybe, I mean, like we were saying, YouTube became really
Yeah.
big, YouTubers became really big.
And that is very much where, like, we are experiencing someone else's life to to the max. Sometimes people were doing, like, 20 hours long, lives or things like
Oh,
that,
yeah, the live started.
vlogging or, like, vlogs that are just really in depth about them doing nothing, doing your makeup or I don't know. I think, like, VidCon and stuff like that, YouTubers doing where you're like, all these things are combining at the same time. It's crazy.
Well, it's funny because, like, we obviously didn't have TikTok at this time.
Were you on Vine? Because I was not on
I
Vine.
wasn't on Vine. I think it was for, like, people that were a little older than me. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Um,
Sorry.
I was not on Vine, but I knew did you ever know about Triller? Do you remember Triller? It was, like,
No.
the dance app where, like, it was
Is this not the origin of Musical.ly?
I think this is Musical.ly. Like,
Oh.
they I should fact check myself. I think they're linked. I don't fully remember, but Triller came out in, like, 2015, and it was basically an app where you record yourself, like, doing, like, parts of a dance to, like, a song, like, just, like, a popular song, and, it stitches it all together for you, like, on beat, and you, like, post it.
Okay, yes, I'm following now.
And I don't remember if people, like, got famous on Triller.
'Cause it
I
would've stuck around. Wouldn't it have had some longevity if
I have, like, a very faint memory of, like, someone becoming famous from Triller. I cannot remember for the life of me who it was. Um, but I feel like that was a good precursor to TikTok, to
Yeah.
Musical.ly, and obviously TikTok because,
Yeah.
like, TikTok, the whole start of it was, like, people dancing, people, like, learning different dances, having fun, and now it's more, like, informational based, which I think is weird.
Long, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, sometimes longer explainers and stuff like I mean, I watch all my TikTok videos almost on 2 times speed now
Oh
'cause they
my
did a
god,
new
Rachel,
down feature.
no.
I know, and then I'll go back to regular speed if there's something that I really wanna catch, but I'm like, "I just don't have time for this." My
This
Gen
is
Z
no,
brain ain't
okay. I
doing
was
this.
gonna ask you if you think that the human attention span is gonna get longer again because we're going more into, like, informational TikTok videos, like, we're moving away from, like, little dances. But now
Yeah.
you're making me think that, like, it's just not gonna happen. We're gonna be goldfish forever.
A lot of friends I've talked to for 2026, they're like, "My goal is to be less online." They're like, "I wanna be more offline."
Oh, yeah, me too.
Uh,
I just
and
haven't done
because we're posting less, 'cause we talked about this, we're posting less nowadays because our content's not getting seen. It also feels I mean, less not less authentic because
it feels like we're trying to be minimalist now, like,
yes.
I think manifests in, like, the way that we're doing our makeup, the way that we're
Yeah.
dressing, the way that we're, like, carrying ourselves on social media.
Mhm. Yeah. No, definitely, and that is interesting from, like we said, quantity to quality of, like 2016, it did feel like you could be more yourself, because we didn't quite understand the longevity of the internet yet. Oh, okay, this brings me to
We
a
have to
Finsta post. Okay, I screenshotted this Finsta post to read for this 'cause I obviously, it's got the, like, "I'm 16, I'm 17, and I think this is deep," but at the same time, I had some points. I think I
No,
had some
I agree, you had points.
so what I said is, "Does it ever just hit you that we're the first generation dealing with social media and its long-term effects? Like, what's gonna happen 10 years from now? Are we still gonna be following each other's Finstas? That episode of Black Mirror where your social status is determined by your ratings is basically already coming true. And I just think that for every year we meet new people, we'll get more followers, so it'll escalate indefinitely. All of our mistakes are also immortalized too. Like the president 50 years from now is gonna have some major receipts. IDK. I just think it's really weird how we're the first generation of people dealing with this. It's a completely new way of communication that we really minimize sometimes.
That we really minimize sometimes. No, I mean, you had points, but obviously you were 16, so you were a little annoying.
Just a little, just a little. I think
Uh,
I'm actually lying. I think I wrote this in 2017, but close enough.
no, but this is a really good point because,
Yeah.
like, I was thinking about this around the same time too because the 2016 presidential election was happening, obviously, and I was just thinking about, like, all the people on social media, because cancel culture was also sort of, like, bubbling up too, like, Jeffree
Mhm.
Star was canceled in 2016, I think Kanye West was canceled in 2016,
Oh,
lots
yeah.
of people canceled, and we were thinking about, like, okay, if someone tries to become president in, like, 2042 or whatever, like, are we gonna have to, like, look through their Twitter account and, like, make sure they don't
No.
do
Is it
this?
like, is a college party gonna get them
Well, but you
canceled?
remember, Justin Trudeau did do blackface and
Okay.
remained, the Prime Minister of Canada, so
Maybe yeah. No, it
somehow
well,
cancel
and do you think
culture.
we're seeing people who got canceled come back? 'Cause I
Oh,
think
yeah, I don't think cancellation ever really goes that far, to be
Mhm.
honest.
Interesting, interesting.
I think the internet has a very short attention span, and I think we're learning that.
Mhm.
I do think this is more recent, like, you remember Coldplay Gate, which happened, like, this past year.
Which I have so many opinions on that. I have so many opinions, but go on.
I'll just say that I feel like Coldplay Gate was huge for, like, a
Mhm.
month and a half, and then it died down, and then, of course, Kristen Cabot, I think her name is, who is the woman who was involved,
The Edicord?
she does this tell-all interview for the New York Times.
Yeah,
Was it the New York Times?
I think
I
so.
think it was the New York Times. She
Yeah.
does this tell-all interview, and then people are talking about it again, and I do think that, it had died at that point, like, by the end of 2025, I had forgotten all about it. I was like, "Oh, that was this year?"
Well, and that is kind of the moment where social media has just spiraled out of control because also last year I think was the guy who had a resume up at a concert or something, and then all of a
Oh
sudden people
god.
had
Oh,
found
that was last year?
yeah, they had found the guy, and then eventually he ended up on like one of the late night talk shows, and
I never stopped
it
hearing
was
about
like
that on LinkedIn.
your social media is not safe. Anytime you're in public, you and I got a privacy screen because Emily has a privacy screen. Because it's true, like, you're in public, especially people right over your shoulder, they're reading what you're doing.
Oh,
Like
yeah, I'm 100% always snooping. If you have your phone out, I am reading what you are writing. Like,
oh,
I love doing that. Like, it's awful. I can't help it. But it's also like, I don't know, it feels like we're in this age of privacy where privacy, like, doesn't really exist.
yeah,
Um, and
surveillance culture.
yeah, like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it kinda
And
feels like free reign if you don't take certain precautions.
yeah, and we were getting the messaging in, 2010s. We were getting the messaging the internet is forever. Like, people were
Oh,
telling
yeah.
us this as teens.
Yeah.
Were we registering it? I'm not sure.
I think we were thinking about it, but I also feel like that's kind of been, like, a little bit incorrect in a way because it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, the internet is forever, but it's like the people don't care about things forever. Like, they truly don't. They don't care about things forever. Like,
yeah.
people have demonstrated that, like, they're interested in something for a very specific amount of time, and then after that, it's, like, on to the next thing, you know?
But
Like,
it's still on the internet. You know what I mean? Like,
you're
it is
right, but it's
still
like, it would
there.
take someone to care about it. Like, you would have to bring yourself back out into the spotlight for someone to care
Well,
about
and
it.
that's interesting with the Coldplay lady that you mentioned is, like, may if she hadn't done the tell-all interview, like but also in that interview, I think she was talking about how, like, it's been hard to get jobs now, like, people that remember like,
Yeah,
her
people
kids' friends or
recognize
something.
her, and they will say really, like, awful stuff to her, and I think that has also the parasocial
Yeah,
culture of the internet has also developed rapidly since the 2010s
yeah,
in that, like, now people, like, I think feel very comfortable taking what was once, like, online chatter and bringing it offline.
yeah, yeah.
I don't have
And
proof for this, but this is just how I think of things.
yeah. Opinions are solely, the opinions
Of the 2
the
Substackers
2 people that are
who
talking
don't
about
represent either of our, employers. Actually, Rachel doesn't have an employer, just kidding.
wow, way to throw me under the bus.
This is the most Gen Z thing you can do is be unemployed and do, like, a Substack live.
Hey.
Are we gonna we should move on to pop
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot
I
happened.
just talked we've covered a lot of these actually, but, um,
We did
okay,
not cover Harambe.
I j I was like, "Okay, guys, alright."
I
Like
didn't really I didn't re okay, I understood why people were upset. I
yeah.
was like, "That's sad."
Well,
But I
remember
wasn't
people being like, "Harambe was the curse?" Like, everything went downhill after Harambe?
you remember people that voted Harambe for president in 2016? They wrote in Harambe, and other people were voting in Kanye West, right? There was, like, I think people, like, I said 100 something people in Nebraska voted for Harambe. Like, I
Wow.
remember watching this on, like, CNN, like, live stream, I was like, "What?"
Oh my goodness.
I
And
also
oh, sorry, go ahead, go on.
I was just gonna say briefly, in Greenville, South Carolina, where I live now, they have a bridge. I forget what it's called. It's like the something bridge, and people here are just like I don't know, can't give up the idea of Harambe. They renamed it on Google Harambe Memorial Bridge.
Oh my
They're
goodness.
in the year of 2025. Yeah.
Wow. So, longevity, like we were
Nice.
talking about, these things.
That never dies.
Oh, and I have written down 2016 Rio Olympics. And this is so interesting because the Winter Olympics are happening right now. But so I'm seeing like USA Gymnastics really hopping on this 2016 trend of like posting old pics of Simone Biles and Laurie Hernandez and like
Oh, I
they
loved them. I was
uh,
obsessed.
and it's so silly just seeing them like eh, be themselves or, like, just, like, flop down on things, kinda like people were taking pictures of it's just so, like, unfiltered in a way, where you're not gonna get that same kinda content from Simone Biles nowadays.
No, no, she's got like good photographers. Like
Out on the field with her husband looking gorgeous.
that's what I feel is missing is like because the photos were so grainy, I felt like it was encouraging you to be a little more authentic versus now it's like professional camera
High
quality.
def.
Yeah, and it's like you could see every pore on your face and it's like
Yeah.
just
Bring back that,
bring back the blurring effect of a shitty camera.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
what I want.
No, that's funny.
Yeah, we were talking in prep about the mannequin challenge. Um, was that like one of the first like big social media? Oh, I remember that ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where?
Which my cousin I'm 8 years apart from my youngest brother and my cousins, and apparently the ice bucket challenge was back because I helped
Oh,
one of
yeah,
them
it did come
film
back.
it, maybe over Thanksgiving or something, and I was like, "Okay, throwback."
No, it did come back. I think this was like the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge was a while ago, like
Yeah.
way before 2016. Um, the mannequin challenge, the chokehold that the mannequin challenge had on
Oh,
everybody.
golly.
We were doing the mannequin challenge, like, in one of my classes in high school. Like, I think I was, like, a sophomore in high school, and we did the mannequin challenge. Yeah. Yeah, in, like, my French class. I think my French teacher, like, filmed us.
Oh my god.
I don't know where this is
Yeah,
posted.
I was gonna ask, was it Instagram? Was it
The internet lives forever. It's out there some
Vine? Like, I would love to see
Yeah.
this.
Mr. Barton's, Monsieur Barton's, 3rd
When
period French. It's out there
when
some
he's planking, do you remember when people would just, like, plank on things?
Yes, but I do not remember that. I do not remember if that was 2016. I remember it as a trend.
Google it. The wonder of the internet is that we can Google things. Yeah.
We can figure this out.
Right.
We also talk about Pokemon Go. Pokemon
2011.
Go to the polls.
Pokemon Go to the mall.
This was okay. So going back to the 2016 election, Hillary was I think social media played a really big role in the campaigns, a role that had never been seen.
Yeah.
Like people didn't care about social media so much during the Obama administration, obviously.
Yeah.
But like in 2016, like Hillary was like doing basically meme culture. Like, do you remember where she was like, "I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids," and people never let that go.
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
people still talk about this today.
And now you get iconic moments, I still say, "We did it, Joe." Like, I still
Oh
say,
yeah. Oh
man.
yeah. Oh yeah. We did it. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Coconut tree. Yeah, 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 and then,
Me.
like, sourcing in podcasts, like, the Trump administration sourced in a lot of podcasts for this election, and so did the Harris campaign, so that was interesting where
Oh yeah.
they're leaning into it now instead of there probably was some pushback at the time, or they were starting to realize, like, we can get an audience here, but
No, it was funny because I think no one took social media I don't think people took social media audiences seriously
yeah.
enough until 2016,
Yeah.
2015.
It wasn't like a marketing group yet, because it wasn't as easy to advertise things yet. And then
Yeah.
once Snapchat started getting ads and TikTok started getting all these ads, that's when I think people were also like, "I need to go offline. Like, I'm done with this. I I'm getting an ad every 2 minutes."
Oh, yeah, yeah, the internet became like a wall-to-wall shopping mall
Yeah,
eventually.
yeah. I'm like, "It works. I'm influenced sometime." Like, it's obviously successful, so
Did
maybe.
you I have to ask you, did you buy the Dior, l is it Dior lip oil?
Are you talking about the lip oil I have right here?
Did
Is that
you
what you're
buy
talking
it
about?
because you're influenced? Or did you was this an original thought?
Oh, no, no, no. The first one I bought was definitely because I was influenced. And then
It
the
was
second one I bought is because I wanted a different color.
but it was
'Cause
good, right? Like, it's good.
yeah, 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 no, for sure. Look, is is there if you are self-aware, is there a problem with being influenced? You know what I mean? Like, if you're aware of your actions, is there a problem with doing what everybody else is doing?
I I don't think so. I mean, the thing about influencing is like it's always happened like on a more social level, and now it's just happening on a parasocial level. Like people,
Mm,
you're like trusting people you don't know. But
yeah,
there's another layer to it that I think people have to think about, which is that like the like sponsored product placement, like that wasn't as much a thing in like 2016 makeup YouTube as it
yeah,
is now,
yeah.
where people are like being paid by a product, like being
Mhm.
shipped like just a bunch of products to try.
Yeah,
Um, that was that wasn't as much a thing, and I feel like that has influenced how, like, the quality of recommendations has gone downhill, because I feel
yeah.
like I've been led astray by influencers more now than, like, ever before. Like, I
Well, and you didn't have to disclose. Like, now you have to very much disclose if it is a paid partnership, I
oh, yeah.
think. But
You don't have to do it, but you have to.
back then, I mean, maybe there were laws, but I don't think, if celebrities were posting a
I
s
remember
like
like I was saying with Sugar Bear Hair, I remember people would post, like, sponsored or whatever for Sugar Bear.
yeah, okay.
But I did briefly think about buying those because, like, like, the Kardashians were posting about it, and they have great hair, which has to come from Sugar Bear Hair. There's no
Uh-huh.
other way they can have great hair.
Alright, well, we're getting to about an hour now, so I'm gonna move us
We
to
don't need to
our last couple questions, but this has been so fun.
this has been fun.
Um, and for anybody tuning in, again, this is Emily. She has a Substack called Emily's Dispatch, Emily's Updates with
Emily's French Dispatch.
Emily's French Dispatch. I'm Rachel. I write Gen Z translator, and this will hopefully be available on a recording afterward. Like I said, this is our first live. Hopefully not our last, but our first one, so we're still figuring it out. Um, but anyways, my final question was, is there anything you feel like you've kept from 2016? Whether that's like a memory or a vibe or a physical object, like literally my Anastasia highlighter that
Moldy highlighter.
um,
Hmm.
um, yeah. Well, I was gonna say I have my journal here from
Oh,
2016.
you do?
Yeah. And here's the kind of vibe. I have this, like, emo Polaroid for this,
Oh my god.
and I did, like, a little playlist. I would
Time.
say some of my music taste has stayed the same,
Mm.
for sure. I still listen to, like, Halsey and stuff like that.
You still
Yeah.
listen to Halsey?
Of course. I
Okay,
went to
alright,
their concert that just
alright.
happened.
Yeah.
Halsey has only gotten better, I think.
Alright, I
Badlands
mean, I'll believe
Badlands
you.
was the peak, but Halsey's music's okay, anyways.
I actually was going through my Finsta, and I didn't realize that I listened to LCD Sound System in 2016, and now I'm like, "Maybe I was cool.
I'm like, "Yeah, that was
Maybe
cool."
I was cool back then."
Well, these things we kinda thought were indie and, like, hipster and alternative at the time that went mainstream real fast, like Lana Del Rey, for sure. The 1975 at the time
I
where
don't was the 1975, like, alt back then? I felt like it was still kinda popular. I mean, it was more alt than it is now, obviously.
it started off alt, for sure, and then by the time you get to the Pink album, like, I can't remember, the title's too long.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
when it
Oh,
starts to get
it's like something like, "I can't believe the 1975 ever changing," or something.
tough. I love you, that
"Oh,
vibe.
I love you, but something something
Yeah.
phonetically."
Um, but yeah, and I was kinda reading too about how, like, we're reflecting on 2016 kinda with rose-colored glasses because we wanna remember the fun parts of it and kinda this nostalgia, and, I mean, 2016, 2026. I don't think 2026 is gonna be the new 2016. That's obviously just how we're phrasing it because it looks good on the internet to be like, 10
Yeah,
years,
there's too much going on for it
yeah,
to be 2016, like, things will, yeah, never.
be the same.
I think if you believe, like, the law of entropy that, like, the universe is, like, a constant state of, like, becoming more chaotic, over time.
Wow, that's a great no,
I
not balancing, not kismet.
uh, I don't can you say kismet?
I don't know, what do
Are
you
you
mean?
allowed?
What do you mean?
Is it not Yiddish?
Oh, is it? Let's see, fate, destiny, God's will. Hmm, I don't know, balance happening.
I think 2016 I think we're talking about 2016, yes, because we wanna be nostalgic for it. I I think, uh it's a great way to look back on, like, how the internet has evolved, like we were saying, like, so many things have changed,
Yeah,
like, so many things have become worse and some things have become better and, like, the segmentation and algorithmic, like,
yeah,
shift of the internet has kind of made it shitty, but
yeah,
I think it's nice to look back on how things used to be and maybe, like, take stock of, like, what should change? Like,
yeah,
what, could we do better possibly?
yeah. And this aspect of digital minimalism that we kind of haven't kept, but maybe with people wanting to go offline or wanting to go analog with certain things, like, maybe it will kinda come back to I think 2026 is gonna be, like, very intentional on social media. Like, you're posting to convey information. I think you said, like, kind of like end of the month, end of the year photo dumps are more
Yeah.
popular than
We're
anything
really
else.
utilitarian now.
Well, and it's you're posting for a purpose, like, whether that's to market or to share very specific things. And that's something I've been reflecting on with Substack is, like, utility and how the Substacks that are doing the best right now have utility. Like, they're offering, like,
Mhm.
jobs that you need.
The writers,
Yes, like,
pages
writing
of that.
advice and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's like, is there a place for it
Like,
to just be fun and
have
personable?
thoughts. Let a woman think.
Yeah, like the personal essay type thing. But again, that goes to being very online and, like, how this evolution of how online we've been on and how 17-year-old me was like, "What's gonna happen in 10 years with social media?"
You're gonna be canceled, Rachel. You're gonna be canceled.
Oh gosh, I hope not. But yeah, super duper interesting, super fun. I don't know if I have any more takeaways. Do you have any more takeaways? No?
No, no, I think we should just, enjoy the year.
Yeah, enjoy the year. Whether that's online or offline, like, I think we should still be allowed to have fun online and be authentic online.
Yeah,
Do we need to post 3 times a week on our Finstas? Probably not.
I just
But
logged into my Finsta. I'm gonna post all
yeah,
the time now.
please do.
Why not? Why not? Why
Please
not?
do. Cool. Alright, well, that's gonna be the end of our live. Thank you for tuning in, whether you were live or you're watching this, in a retrospect, and we'll see you later. Bye.